everybody, CW here. So I got a surprise when I came home today. I ran out to Cabela's with my buddy just for something to do. Rainy day here. When I got home, this was on my doorstep. This is that base that I ordered for the Rossi to mount the Swamp Fox red dot with. So I just mounted this yesterday because I was sure this was going to be in a couple, 3-4 days, but it came early. So I pulled the CR25. It's actually not. It's a Sealy, but it's just like it. Copy of the Sig Romeo 5. Almost identical. Anyway, I pulled it off the PC carbine and I compared the two. I put them both on, and shouldered the gun, threw it up, took it off, put this on, shouldered the gun, threw it up, shouldered it, just to see what kind of acquisition I was going to get, how I liked it. And this is a green dot, which is kind of why I was excited about trying it. But this is better. It has a look. I like this for the looks, because this is better on a handgun. I'm not a big fan of these on rifles. This is better on a rifle. It just look better. But looking through it, shooting, this is better. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this off and put this on and then mount this to it, because what this is going to do is, you see, this is the pick rail adapter. See how thick it is? And then it sits way up high. So when you put it on a pick rail here, without getting one that falls down. When you put it on a pick rail, it sits that much higher. So here's your pick rail. You put it on and it sits that much higher. So you're from there to there off the gun. I'm going to say solid 3/8 of an inch off the gun. Whereas when you use this, you're going to be maybe 1/8 of an inch off the gun. So quite a bit lower. And these guns, these levers, are all, of course, it's an 1892. It was designed, it copies an 1892 Winchester. So 1800s. They didn't have a clue what a red dot was. So it was designed for open sights. So I can't show it to you. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to pull this off. I'm going to pull this dot off this base, attach this base to the gun with Loctite, and then attach this to this base, and then I'll bring you back. I don't know if I can get away with doing it in speedy mode, so I better not take the chance, and I'll just bring you back when I'm done. So stand by. I'll bring you back here before I mount this up and show you that it does have a little bit of a taper to it, as the base on the rifle does. So what we've got here is a wider at the back, narrower at the front, because the barrel gets thick to narrow. It's going to go on, drop right on very nicely. Now it's just kind of just overhanging the dovetail slot. So I'm going to throw 1 or 2 screws in and take a look at it and see if I want to put a blank in there. Because when we had the rail on, the rail was good and long, and it just covered the sight blank, so you couldn't see it, so it didn't look bad. Now we're going to expose the sight blank again. So it's just me being me, but I got to look at it. So stand by. Show you that Their screws come with Loctite on them, but I'm using some of this Vibratite as well. This is the stuff I've shown you before. It's a gel, and it never really gets hard, so it works really good for vibration and places where a regular thread locker can be broken. Okay, I got it mounted on there, and I've got room to put the dovetail in after the fact if I want to. I just may have to trim it to make it work, but I decided to leave it in there. And hey, Roger and Walter are talking again. There we go. Nice and low. See how low that is compared to how this was? Look at the difference. Huge. Huge, huge, huge. All right, let's get the red dot put on here, and I'll bring you right back. Stand by. If I can get you centered up here a little better. Figured out what this reminded me of. When I was a kid, there was a toy that made balloons. It was just a little bitty gel stuff that had a little bitty straw, and you'd put it on the end of the straw and you'd blow in it, and it would blow and make a bubble. And I don't know what you were supposed to do with it, but I remember that. And that's the smell and the look and the color of this stuff. I'm wondering if it isn't the same stuff from way back in the early 60s. I'm betting that's where they got it from, because it smells exactly the same. All right, the dot's on. I just want to snug these screws up. We got it mounted. Much better. Look at that. Much, much better. Very, very low. Very, very low to the gun. That's going to be great. A lot like the 44 mag. Let me get that, and we can compare the two. But I like this a lot. There we go. Stand by. All right, here we have the Browning and the Rossi. And again, only bringing them together because they both have the red dots on them. So this is the Turnbull mount that goes in the rear sight slot. No drilling and tapping. And this is a Doctor sized. So Venom Doctor red dot. And here's the Rucker machine. I forgot the name already, but it's in the video here. With the Swamp Fox, which is the RMR style. They're about the same height. The Rucker might be just a whisker lower. Sorry, the light's not great. I thought it would be better out here, but it's a rainy, overcast day, so I'm on my smoker prep table here. But there we go. Really happy. This one shoulders up a lot nicer than this one does. This one you still got to pick your head up a little bit, and you can actually see the front sight just above the dot. Of course, this isn't sighted in, so I may have to move that dot a lot. Don't know, but we'll find out. But this one here, you got to lift your head up quite a bit to see the dot, you know, off the buttstock. But here's why I really like to get some nice wood on this one, because I like nice wood on my levers. And this one here's got some gorgeous wood on it. So down the road, if this becomes a shooter and I really like it more than I do right now, I'll probably invest in some walnut for it. This doesn't look bad, but it's not this. And I don't know that I'll be able to get this for this one, but I can get something nicer than what's on there. All right, here we go. Shooting tomorrow. Video up shortly after that. God bless everybody. CW out.